Hey, there he is.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Briz.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Is my
Feeling
camera?
good.
No, your camera's fucked.
Nah, it's got a
Fuck
little
me, man.
circle spinning around. I can never see your camera, Donnie, in this call. Is that normal?
Yeah, it's because I can't have the same camera going to two sources, so one goes to the stream and the other one goes to nobody.
Right.
All right. Oh, there it is. Hey, there it is. All right, get the shit out of here.
This ugly motherfucker.
He starts combing his hair. Oh, it's so funny.
All right, let's watch this hockey. What's going on here? What's
I
up?
can't believe you. Do you have a comb sitting next to your computer?
I actually have two.
Oh wow, that's hilarious. A comb and a brush.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on with the game?
Yeah, talk to us. What are we looking
Sure.
at?
Okay.
So this is a game I played last night with
Your mates?
Yeah, my mates. These are mates that I actually met online. Like my other mates are like IRL mates that I normally play with, but these are the guys I met online. We do battle cups now, and yeah, like so we lost this game. This is a lot higher than my rank. Like this is
We
like,
noticed.
I'm legend. Oh, did you? Sorry, I only just walked in. I was watching a show. Yeah, so it's definitely like a step up, but this is like sort of the battle cups we've been doing, like the level. So I definitely am feeling like not like completely out of my league or anything like that in a weird way, but definitely just like small stuff. Like I never die here, and I think I might die here, at this stage, because like they just come out of nowhere and gang can. The lane anyway. My point is the laning phase is definitely harder than like what I'm used to, and like I can't overextend as much as it's all the little things. Like I can't sort of just wander around and place a ward. Like it's hard for me to get wards like over in their jungle now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like everything's harder. Like I'm like I can't go there because they'll kill me in an instant. Whereas in my bracket, like I just wander in wherever I want to. Like I just
Right.
walk into the darkness and just place
true.
wherever I want. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, that's basically what I feel like I would say after watching this laning stage is exactly what you just said. Is that like, things get like that? Yeah, I agree with that. I think that the higher rated you go, the more punished you get for making mistakes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like you walk a couple more meters forward and they'll just kill you instantly. But, okay.
Yeah, so the first thing I would say is you need to kind of understand what your laning matchup is. It's going to be CK Grimstroke, I assume, right, that you're against?
Oof.
Which is basically a complete rip and pepperonis from the very beginning. So you shouldn't even
so many pepperonis, dude.
You shouldn't even contest the runes. You should literally just sit on the high ground over here. Here, and if you can snipe this one, then snipe it. Otherwise, you should just let them have it, because you don't want to trade half of your regen just to like potentially get a rune 50% of the time.
Bounty.
You're not gonna trade regen to this lane. They're gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Right.
CK's gonna.
See, that's something I didn't understand.
Yeah, and so based on this lane, your entire purpose is basically just to chain pull over and over and over and over and over again, and then walk up and Shadow Word Terrorblade every so often. You should never right click either of the other heroes. Never do it.
Right. This is what I love. This is what I need, because like I definitely did not go in thinking this, but you are 100% right. Like I was trying to do a little bit of right click.
Oh, and they even bring up Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, and he went raise first.
Yeah.
Yeah, first blood. It matters a bit just because the gold, but I mean, if you look at the XP they got, it's like
really negligible.
It's super negligible now, so it's not that big of a deal.
Laning to just give them the bounties. And not
yeah. You definitely usually.
Oh, I do DT. That's right.
What people usually do with bounties right now is they'll go in just 10 seconds before the bounty spawn, as to not trade a shitload of regen. Yeah, especially if you're not sure if you win the trade or not. It's just like, fuck this. I'm not gonna waste my regen. To just go hit them for no reason.
Yeah.
Unless you're absolutely sure that you trade way better, but in this case, you're not sure. So
I was trying to aggro those creeps there, and they weren't coming. It's really weird.
It's a smaller like window. You have to be closer.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
gotta be like
slightly smaller.
About right next to the range creep, pretty much is where it usually. I wanted to just kind of
tell that I'm a support player, not a carry player. why aren't the creeps aggroing?
I wanted to kind of focus on trading here for this first little wave because I think that trading is something that is really, really misunderstood, like by the vast majority of Dota players, and it's something that you really need to focus on as a 5 is getting efficient trades. And like you need to play the laning stage as a 5 like guerrilla tactics. You need to be like walking in and out of vision, like sniping a couple right clicks, try and trade 2 right clicks for 1 right click, 2 right clicks for 1 right click. You know, pre-shadow word yourself so that you can stand here and trade with this guy instead of just standing here and trading. If you had shadow word going this whole time, he loses the trade 100%. You should be trying to get him to walk into your tower for one tower attack. That's like a fucking huge trade because that's like 3 or 4 of your right clicks that you just get because he walks a little bit too far forward trying to right click you one more time.
Because you have the tower armor, you actually win the trade with Grimstroke.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually fine to trade, especially because you heal, and CK is not like running over.
I get what you're saying though. It's like the same as what you said. Like you eat a tango before you go in.
Right. One thing that I want to mention about playing like these healing heroes is that every hero has like 25% magic resist, right?
Yep.
So if you cast your spell on him, you're actually losing 25% of the value. Whereas if you use it to heal yourself, it's like pure damage to yourself. Negative.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. That's exactly. So I have played a lot of Warlock in the past, but I haven't played Warlock in a long time, like a very long time. And I think one of you was saying on something, you know, that he's quite strong right now.
He's so good.
I played him in this. So this is like, the first time I played him in a long time.
He might be the best 5 right now, actually.
Yeah, wow, that's cool to know. I've definitely felt like, again, as a side note, I'm doing what you guys do. Probably more like what Jenkins does, side note. But I felt that a Baden, because I was gaining so much MMR the patch before this with the Baden like crazy, and I've just found like he's so much weaker. Yeah, Abaddon. Yeah, Abaddon. Yeah.
Well, whatever you want to call it, man. Whatever.
Yeah. Man, it's Abaddon, bro.
It is. He literally says Abaddon.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, I've felt like with him, he's just I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at the nerf notes like you probably have if he's been nerfed, but I definitely feel he's not as strong as he was.
The range on his miscoil was nerfed like heavily. It was like almost halved.
Yeah, it was halved. So that's a big one. So he doesn't trade nearly as effectively because you got to be so much closer, which means you got to be leeching more experience.
And you give people stick charges too.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I think he's still a pretty good hero, but he's not just like the overwhelming lane dominator that he was before.
Yeah. But just so. This is great what you're just saying is what I'm trying to say. Because I haven't played Warlock in so long, I was wondering, like I don't know like what the skill exactly with him, like the Q or the W, and I didn't know like what you said, whether to be using the W offensively or defensively.
Yeah.
But I think you were just saying that. You were saying so you lose 25% using it offensively?
Yeah, because they have magic resistance. So if we click on Grimstroke, we see his magic resistance is 26%, which means that you're doing 26% less damage with every single W. So the conversion of damage from mana is quite bad, especially at level 1. Right. Whereas if you use it on yourself, then you actually heal like a good, 200 health or something like that. And if you think about it, if you think about it, because we're talking about trading, we're just focusing on trading for this replay because this is really important.
Mm-hmm.
What's more important, right? 200 extra health or an additional 75 damage. It's like that big of a difference,
Nice. I like it. Cool. Is that just as an extra thing? Is that with all heroes have 25% magic resistance?
I think
they all do now.
Right.
Visage used to have 10%, but they changed that. It was because like the Gravekeeper's Cloak used to give you magic resist, but it hasn't done that for a long time, so I don't know why they didn't change that. But in terms of skill build, what people usually do is like Shadow Word is an ability that's for laning. So you like max that until you feel like you don't need any more points in the lane. It's like usually 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, usually get 2-4, 2-4-0 rock, and then you get. Sorry, go ahead.
2-4-0.
Yep, that's what I've been seeing people do.
I feel like getting points in upheaval is pretty good.
It's definitely a situational. It's a situational thing. I've seen people go in programs. I've seen people go like 4-2-0. you want Fatal Bonds maxed out by the time you have bolts. So you should have 4 points in Fatal Bonds every single game, as your first 4-pointer, and then I usually just go 2 points in Shadow Word. I think, like Jenkins said, it's kind of situational.
I would say 2-2-4 might not be bad either. Like if you're against a team that's really susceptible to getting kited.
Yes.
Which I think the enemy team is in this game.
Yeah, I think that this one is actually a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one to have upheaval.
There's no like co-ops or storms or something. Oh, you're totally out of position. You should probably die there.
Yeah, you're gonna die here actually.
He should have killed you earlier. Like, yeah, he actually made a mistake not going on you initially there. Your TV. So you don't die because you're real tanky, like the tower armor. Sorry, that's actually not bad though because you healed yourself, and that's not your like they use mana and your TB's not getting harassed. I actually kind of like that. I'm not sure if you did that on purpose, but that is something that 5 roles do. Is like
tank damage.
They will intentionally take
their skills in that.
You should
exactly.
You should be pulling right now.
I think. Did you pull before?
I did pull once.
Yeah, he pulled once.
You definitely want to like chain pull in this game though. Just even single pulls are fine. Like shoving double waves into the enemy team. Oh, the timer's up, but we started like a little late. Nice, you pull. But even shoving, sorry, I should say, double waves into them is totally fine. Like if you're single pulling the easy camp, because they have a lane that's like supposed to pressure you. So if you're not getting pressured because they can't pressure you on double waves, like you're winning the game. And I would say that at a certain point in this game, maybe like when TB's level 4, he wants to go jungle, and you just sit and take the lane. Because there's absolutely no point for him to just sit up here losing this lane, getting like mediocre farm when he could be free farming in jungle.
Yep.
And then if Warlock gets levels, this hero literally has a 60% XP talent. Like it's fucking disgusting. If you get early levels, your hero
you become level 25. Like you always become level 25.
Heroes, one of the best carries in the game, actually. I played a game with like I had a support Ricky that had a Battle Fury, so it was basically a core. I was Sniper, so I was basically a core. I had Monkey King and then like Sven, and the enemy Warlock just like 1v5 at us with 4 golems that were magic immune in the late game. It's like, the fuck are we supposed to do to these things, man?
Yeah, Warlock is legitimately one of the scariest support heroes in the entire game. He might be the scariest actually in the late game because
dude, he's a carry, man. He's actually a carry.
The amount of damage that Fatal Bonds does is actually absurd.
Yeah, you see why he probably wants to go jungle, eh?
Yeah, so see there where he died. Like
that's not your responsibility.
Is it? Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask because I was over there pulling, and then I was like, oh, should I have like been over there? Shadow wording him.
No.
Oh, that's okay. That's
the only thing that you can do is
I felt really responsible. That's my point. Yeah.
No, you gotta like swallow that feeling because.
I mean,
people will make you feel responsible for their mistakes all the time in this game.
He didn't. Like, he didn't say anything, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
but you are responsible for keeping the lane back, so it is kind of your fault that he's this far up.
Well, you should tell him, hey, I'm pulling. Can you fucking not die?
I do too. I always I have a hotkey for pulling, like pulling lane creeps or something like that, and I hit it every single time I go to pull.
I guess I would just say like, hey, don't die. Like I can't help you. Don't die. Just
that's a good TP.
Make sure to. Yeah, that was a good TP. I would say this game is at the point where like TB needs to fuck off and go jungle, and you just take solo XP top.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there stuff that you've seen in the lane that I should have done better? Like
pull more.
Mostly just positioning and the fact that you're not pulling enough.
Right.
I really think that in this lane you should stack the small camp and pull it and try to just sit back there because
rather than chain pulling.
Yeah, pulling into the hard camp is actually going to make it pretty dangerous for you to be there because they can kill you so easily. So you want to be as far away from them as possible.
Ooh, that was so close to being like a really nice heal.
Yeah,
but he shouldn't be here. He just should not be here.
Yeah,
this is like
I think he does leave actually.
But like immortal players will make the judgment that this lane is unlaneable before feeding 2 kills. Like 2 kills is a lot.
And right here, this is the last thing that I want to say, and then Jenkins, you can say whatever you want. But right here, after he dies, like this, what's happening right now? This is perfect. You should just stay exactly where you are. You're in experience range. You're just gonna get a couple levels. You walk up here and you right click the CK, and at this point, you should just die. there's actually no reason for you to not die right now because they know you're right here and you're a warlock with boots and 335
harassing them does like nothing at this point.
Yeah, so what you should do is you should just put a ward like right here or like in the lane so you can see where they are, and then just hide in the trees. Like
actually, that's something that's something that Nushem was telling me the other day, that a lot of like fives will take a dead lane and they'll put a ward like protecting themselves in that lane.
Yep, and then you just hide in the trees. You take a couple last hits here and there. You keep the creeps off the tower, and you just like eat up a bunch of space that nobody else in your team wants to be in, and you get a ton of levels.
To me, the biggest mistake in this game is this guy not going jungle.
Yeah,
and like that's on you too. Well, it's not really on you. It's just to make that call.
To communicate. Yeah,
it's really good to make that call. That will win you games as a support. Like actually, I don't care who it's on because I care about you getting MMR. If you should tell him like go jungle.
Yeah.
In the future, because it will gain you MMR. Like there are calls that I make that other people wouldn't want to do in pubs all the time, where it's like, I'm not fucking laning here. Get bot. You go bot. I'm not laning this. I will literally steal your CS in your lane if you don't swap lanes. I will do that because I know that the game state will be better if that is the case. And people they'll not get it. Like they won't understand how urgent it is. And if you can understand that urgency, it's incredibly game winning. Nushem actually said to me, he literally said, the difference between me as a player and somebody like Monkeys Forever or Brax, who's like a much higher rated offlaner, is that they will not allow themselves to be in like a shitty situation. They will make calls to like swap the lanes, or they'll go rotate, or they'll just do something else. Whereas I'll just be in a situation and be like, this is fine. But that is a bad mentality in Dota. Like any this is fines are just awful. You never want to just be fine with your situation. You want to be like winning. You want to be good with like the experience you're getting, or you want to be able to be like, oh, okay, they're getting more farm, but we're getting a Warlock who's getting solo XP. Like you want trade-offs, basically.
I just want to ask about the Q spell in lane, whatever it's called.
Fatal Bonds.
Fatal Bonds. Yeah. Do I want to be used like that? Do I want to be doing that?
No.
I don't.
No. In lane, you basically
doesn't harass them or.
No. I mean, you can
because it's pushing the lane, or
not in this lane. Not in this lane.
Okay, there's in this lane there's no point because you're not really gonna harass. You're not gonna really trade with them.
Yeah.
Like if you try to,
you can get easy early kills with it against certain lanes, but if it's a hard lane, it's wasting your mana. Just like
I don't know. I think if you have some regen and you're just soaking up here and shit, if you want to like push the lane with that, so you can pull.
Yeah, totally different scenario. Like
I think it's fine to just apply a little bit of pressure with it, but not. You don't want to walk up and start hitting them. You just like put it on them and just be like, okay, I'm here. I'm going to cast spells on you, but don't get yourself killed to do it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you should absolutely use it to push lanes, like when you're trying to push lanes as a Warlock and keep creeps off the tower. But just kind of randomly using it in this lane is not going to do anything. It's definitely really good if you have like a stunner or somebody with AoE in your lane, like a Tiny or something like that, because then you can throw it out and he can just like avalanche the creep wave and it will kill everybody. Like, look at look how much damage it's doing. That was ridiculous. Anyway.
what was crazy in the late game is like waiting for CK to friggin' Phantasm and then queuing him. Oh, does so much damage.
Yeah, and then Mars just rebukes the whole thing and everybody dies.
Yeah, exactly. We were so close to winning this game, eh? Like we got so behind. We just came back and won some huge team fights, and then we like ran down mid and they bought back, and we didn't get back in time. Like they just jumped in and hexed friggin' Mars, and Grimstroke friggin' ulted him.
Sounds like your typical late game slugfest where you just like fuck up one buyback and lose.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, that's
cool.
How she goes.
All right, dudes. Thanks,
Hockey.
As always, nice to friggin' chat again.
Have a good one.
No worries.
Have a good one, big boy.
Catch you soon. See you, boys.
Fuck that guy.
I mean, look at this hero. Look how much damage he did. He did the same amount of damage as his Mars and almost the same amount of damage as his Terrorblade. More damage than his mid Lina. Or, I guess it's support Lina, but more damage than his Lina. Ridiculous hero.
Yeah, it's a fucking filthy hero, man. I'm on board with the Warlock.
Yep.
Did you put that in your? Did you make a best supports video?
It's currently being made.
All right. Is he on there?
He is absolutely in there.
Good shit. That's a busted hero.